Yeah.
Good evening and welcome to the Manteno Village Board meeting for Monday, May 4th, 2020. I'd like to call the meeting to order, and if we could all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Boyce?
Here.
Martin?
Here.
Dole?
Here.
Crockett?
Here.
Geske?
Here.
Phillips?
Here. We have a quorum. Tonight, as always, we begin with the approval of the minutes. Tonight we have the minutes from our public hearing from April 20th, 2020, and also our regular board meeting minutes from April 20th of 2020. The minutes have all been included in everyone's packet, and hopefully everyone has had the opportunity to review them. Are there any changes, additions, deletions, corrections? Seeing none, I would accept the motion to waive the reading of the minutes and approve them as presented by the clerk.
I make the motion.
Motion by Phillips.
Second.
Second by Crockett. Roll call.
Phillips?
Yes.
Crockett?
Yes.
Boyce?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Dole?
Yes.
Geske?
Yes.
Motion carries. Public participation, Mr. LaRock, is anyone called in to address the board?
No one so far, Mayor.
Okay, well, like I say, with the new technology, if there's anything that comes in the in the next few minutes, let us know and we'll go back to that. Village President's Report, a couple items. Tonight is the first meeting of the new fiscal year, and with that, we always have the surplus TIF checks that we pass out. This year, we won't be passing them out, obviously, because of the limitation on people being able to come to the meetings. But I just wanted to announce that with TIF 1, when we renewed TIF 1, we made an agreement with all the taxing bodies to annually return 15% of the money that was collected in TIF 1 to all the various taxing bodies. So tonight we approved at our last board meeting, and we'll be mailing out tomorrow to all the different taxing bodies the checks in the following amount. The county, Kankakee County, will be getting $18,786.95. Kankakee Community College will be receiving $8,133.44. The Manteno School District will be receiving $105,418.31. The Manteno Fire District will be receiving $14,285.30. The Manteno Library District will be receiving $3,167.88. The Manteno Township Assessor will be receiving $1,116.71. The Manteno Township Road Fund will be receiving $7,399.46. And Manteno Township will be receiving $3,091.67. And in addition, the Village of Manteno's portion will be $15,441.78. So I believe those will be going out tomorrow and mailed to all the different jurisdictions. And that's for the 15% reimbursement for TIF 1 for the property tax year from 2018. The other items on my agenda is also, because this is the first meeting of the year, I have the appointments for different officers for the village. So tonight I would like to renew the appointments of all the officers. And just going through the list, it'll be the village administrator, Chris LaRock, budget officer, Chris LaRock, the village attorney, Lewis Kankar Limited, the chief of police, Alan Swinford, the village treasurer, Sheila Martin, the village chaplains, Father Anthony Nugent and Reverend Lance Hurley, the animal commissioner, Alan Swinford, the village electrician, Don Edwards, code enforcement officer, Ryan Marion, 2 spots on the planning commission that are open, Emily Fisher Gentry and Dan McGowan. 1 spot on the police commission for renewing Brian Meyer. We do have a spot on the police pension board. Dr. Michael Boyd's term is up and he was unable to be able to continue to serve, so we will have an open spot on that if there's anyone that's interested in serving on the police pension board. Also, village engineer, Tyson Engineering or Robinson Engineering, the Kankakee Convention and Visitors Bureau, myself. The Metro representative would be Jerry Pierce. The Enterprise Zone representative would be myself. The fire inspector would be the Manteno Fire Department Chief. And the GIS Advisory Committee would be Ryan Marion. And I'd like to make those appointments, if I could have a motion to approve those appointments for the new fiscal year.
So moved.
Motion by
Second.
Geske, second by Martin. Roll call.
Geske?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Boyce?
Yes.
Dole?
Yes.
Crockett?
Yes.
Phillips?
Yes.
Motion carries. We also have a request for donation from the Manteno Historical Society. Annually, we give donations to a couple different entities throughout the community. The Historical Society has been always on the list for the work that they do. The money that we allocate to them goes toward their general operations and utilities. And every year, the last several years, we had given them an amount. The last couple of years, it has been $1,125. And that's what they are asking for this year for the continued operation of the Historical Society. So I make that request that we can approve that and go ahead and send that check to them. If I could get a motion to approve that.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Dole.
Second.
Second by Boyce. All in favor signify by, do a roll call since it's money involved. Roll call, please.
Dole?
Yes.
Boyce?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Crockett?
Yes.
Geske?
Yes.
Phillips?
Yes.
Motion carries. The only other items I have is I was contacted tonight just before the board meeting by a representative of Riverside Hospital. They have offered to come up to Manteno at a date to be determined in the near future to do the testing for the COVID-19 virus. Evidently, the tests are more readily available now, and so they are going to be setting up a date. They'll be contacting Mr. LaRock, and we'll be coordinating with them where the general public can go through a process and be tested. I don't have the details as far as the date when that's going to take place yet, or even the location, because they just called 20 minutes before the meeting started. But Mr. LaRock will be in touch with them. If you would if you're interested in that, you can pay attention to our website, and we'll have Sarah put it on the social media platforms as to when the testing will take place and how to go about. But I'm pretty sure there's some pre-registration involved and some insurance information that has to be gotten from each individual before that happens. But they are offering that service to anyone in the village in the next few weeks. And then the last thing I have is just to offer our condolences. Yesterday, we received a text from our village clerk, Robin Batka, and she had a death in the family. That's one of the reasons she's not here tonight, but we'll get out more information about that once we find out some of the arrangements. That's all I have. Village Administrator's report, Mr. LaRock.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just have one item tonight. I want to remind residents that chickens are not allowed in town. Code enforcement, Ryan Marion, located some additional chickens at another location in town. We've had an ordinance in place for a long time, and people should check before they, at least give us a call and find out before they go out and get them. Apparently, this one had about a dozen or so chickens in the backyard. So it's not allowed in the village. If you have them, you're going to have to get rid of them, so don't bother getting them. So.
And that was discussed just recently where we, had some requests to change that, and we discussed that at some committee meetings, and there was really no support in order to, to get that done. So that ordinance is going to stand. So we will be enforcing that. Anything else?
That's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Committee reports, Public Works and Utilities, Mr. Boyce.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no items on the agenda tonight, but I do have a Public Works meeting on the 26th at 7 a.m. Right here. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Boyce. Properties and Recreation, Mr. Martin.
I have nothing on the agenda tonight.
Public Safety and Health, Mrs. Dole.
I do not have any action items on the agenda tonight, but my next public safety meeting is Wednesday, May 13th at 7 a.m. here in the Village Hall Conference Room. Just wanted to remind people about the parks in the village are open. However, the playground equipment and ball fields are closed. The basketball courts of the Catholic Church are closed. All Manteno school properties, such as ball fields, are closed. Outside exercise is allowed as long as it's not used as an opportunity to congregate. So these are just things that we've talked about pretty much every meeting, just to remind you that, and back to the tornado shelters are open. If there is a tornado and the siren goes off, that we still can go to the Hassett Center, the Nazarene Church, and the Catholic Church. So That's all I have.
Thank you, Mrs. Dole. Planning and zoning, Mr. Crockett.
Thank you, Mayor. I have one item on the agenda this evening. It's Resolution 20-1, a resolution authorizing a partial release of a letter of credit and acceptance of improvements for Unit 4 of Eagles Landing. Jerry Kerwick completed the first portion of Eagles Landing Phase 4 and requested acceptance of the improvements by the village. The village engineer completed a site inspection of the improvements and is recommending approval of that portion of the subdivision. All required documentation has been provided, including the warranty, letter of credit, which will be in effect for 2 years. Ryan or Chris, any additional comments on that? Okay. We do have a planning and zoning committee meeting scheduled for Tuesday, May the 26th in the Village Hall Conference Room. And there has been a change in date for the next planning commission meeting. It is Thursday, May 28th, 6 p.m. Here in the village boardroom. And that's all I have for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Crockett. Finance, Mr. Geske.
Thank you, Mayor. The only item I have is payment of bills in the amount of $260,946.04, which includes TIF bills out of TIF 1 of $212,282.99. Our bills authorized and paid between board cycle were $40,794.23. And our next finance committee meeting is scheduled for May 13th at 7 a.m. That's all I have.
Mr. Geske, General Government, Mr. Phillips, you have anything?
I have nothing on the agenda tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
So the items that we'll be voting on in the consent agenda are as follows. Under new business, Resolution 2001, which is a resolution authorizing a partial release of letter of credit and acceptance of improvements for Unit 4 Eagle Landing. And the payment of the bills, a motion to approve the payment of the bills in the amount of $260,946.04, of which $212,282.99 are TIF 1. Are there any items on the consent agenda that need to be voted on individually? Seeing none, I would accept the motion to take a single roll call vote on the question of passage of the agenda items as read.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Crockett,
I'll second.
second by Dole. Roll call.
Crockett,
Yes.
Dole,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Geske,
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Motion carries. Accept a motion to approve by unanimous vote the ordinances, resolutions, motions, and orders contained in the consent agenda as read.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Dole.
Second.
Second by Boyce. Roll call.
Dole,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Crockett,
Yes.
Geske,
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Motion carries. Tonight, do you have anything that you want to talk
No,
about,
no,
Mr. Boyce?
no comments. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Martin?
Happy birthday, Wendell. Thank you. That's it.
This is Dole.
Oh, I did also want to mention, someone in Manteno had a garage sale this weekend, and that is not allowed either. So we need to stop having garage sales too until all this is, passes.
Yeah, and we don't require permits for garage sales, so, the village wouldn't know about those, taking place since we don't require that they register or anything, but, until further notice, at least for the month of May, for going forward, we don't want those, and ask people to refrain from that, because it's impossible to keep the distance if you're having that. Anything else?
No, just say hi to my family, some of my family that I haven't seen since March.
Mr. Crockett?
No comments, man.
Mr. Geske?
I have nothing.
Mr. Phillips?
Stay healthy.
I just want to compliment Sarah and Rich Pollock from the Manteno Cruise Nights the other night. On Saturday, they had that car cruise throughout the community in lieu of having the cruise nights on Main Street. There was, a good crowd, but everybody kept their distance, but they went all through a lot of different parts of the community. I think there was over 200 people who entered. It was really nice. The weather was perfect, and it really was a great event in these kind of strange times with having everybody stay apart. But I'm not sure if it was Sarah's idea or Rich's idea, but they did a great job, and it was obvious that the people were, ready to participate, because to see 211 different vehicles that got into the thing. So hopefully we'll be able to, maybe have more of those type of events where people can still come out and enjoy themselves and keep their distance and have something fun to look forward to going throughout the community. And also to the police department. I know they've been doing a lot of parades lately. Police and the fire department have been getting a lot of calls. It's not necessarily something that's been on their radar in the past, but they've been going above and beyond to try to, have the birthday parades and and give the escorts for as many things as possible in these strange times. So kudos to both the police and the fire. And I know that they're both busy with the things that they do, but they've been able to find the time to be able to make that happen also. Also, with a lot more golf carts out because of the nicer weather, the golf cart registration has been suspended until this whole thing is over with. And so anybody that has, got their registration from last year, that it does, you don't have to do anything with it right now. In a month or two, once things hopefully get back to some resemblance of normalcy, we'll start up the registration again. If you've got a new cart, you can call the police department and make the arrangements to come up and see what you need from them in order to get it registered for the first time, or maybe they'll tell you to just wait and take your name so they can call you at a later date. But there is a lot of carts that are out on the nice days, and it's great to see people out having fun, but please be safe. All the same rules apply to the golf carts as they do to the cars, as far as driver's license and all the same safety issues that go with cars go with golf carts too. But we want people to enjoy themselves and have fun. But the main, we definitely want everybody to stay as safe as possible. With that, I have nothing further. I'd accept the motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Dole,
Second.
second by Geske. Roll call.
Dole,
Yes.
Geske,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Crockett,
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you very much for coming and for watching.